Not bad at all. Okay. I hope you guys can see me. Um, I guess you guys can. Different angle, different lighting. I don't know how this is gonna go. Um, Hi. So, from the title, you can tell this is gonna be a great video if you're watching it afterwards. Why am I making? Why is a Sony gamer making a video about saying goodbye to Microsoft? Good question. Um, so to get this video started, you have to understand the dynamics in the background of why I'm saying goodbye through a live stream slash video. Well, since the first Xbox, my cousin has introduced me to it. And over the course of time, I got to play great games like Halo, a bit of Gears of War, and all that stuff. Well, just as of late, Microsoft just kicked themselves or shot themselves in the foot, in my opinion. And I'll get to that soon. So, I have had a bit of history with Xbox, since 2001 actually. But family wanted me to stick to Nintendo and Sony, and that was pretty much my main, specifically like PlayStation 2 and 3 and GameCube and anything Nintendo and Sony. And that's what I've always, my entire life always known. And then, you've got a game company like Microsoft, or not game company, but you've got Microsoft, which is obviously the leading edge in computers. Whatever. So here we go. Not interested in the Xbox because I had my PS2. Not interested in the 360 because I wanted my PS3. Fair enough? Fair enough. And I had the PSP. So I was very Sony almost my entire life. It's not true, almost my entire life. And there wasn't anything that really interested. But then, you had the Halo 3 on Xbox 360, but you couldn't really play Halo 1 and 2 from what I understand, but it was mainly online. And I understand Microsoft has been trying to go towards an online model for a while. So that has been kind of something that I've been kind of keeping an eye on. And I understand that each company is going to start doing this, and I've done a video called The End of an Era. But that was about the video games. But what do you do when you can't even buy a console in stores? Well, Microsoft, I just found this out now. I'm kind of late to the party. Someone reported it. I could be wrong, but someone reported about an article that states that I think it's like Kentucky or something like that. But anyways, the point is, if it happens in one place, it's going to happen in another and another and another. What would you do if the next console that was announced, you couldn't go out to your local store and you couldn't buy it? You had to actually go online onto Amazon and you actually had to buy it there and wait for the console to come in. So you actually have to wait days for the package to come in instead of going, buying it, taking it home, and if it's broken, well, you contact Microsoft. And you go to the store and say, hey, my console's broken. So what do you do in that instant? You do it. But for me, going towards an all-digital world isn't really my ideal gaming world. Let's take the numbers for Call of Duty World War II. 51% of people bought it digitally and 49% of people bought it physically. And what this does is, for people like myself, it affects any future sales, physical sales, because there are still a lot of people that like physical items. Why am I bringing Activision up in this? Well, because as I brought it before, the end of an era has started, and it is going to continue. But apparently Microsoft contacted a few stores, and said, we don't want our Xbox to be sold. Because Game Pass is now out. And everything will be digitally. So Crackdown 3 to anything in the future. And not only are you putting money into these games, but you're also throwing it onto a pass where you don't actually own them. And I get that there is a lot of people that like Steam and whatnot, but I personally, I'm not a PC guy. If I get a computer, it's to, very bad connection. What is going on right now? Why? Okay, well, I hope this doesn't affect the recording. That was weird. Interesting. My point is, so I was planning on getting an Xbox One. I was actually going to physically go out and buy an Xbox One. But now that Game Pass is out, stores are actually considering not selling Xbox games anymore as well. So we have Activision that have now completely closed off any sort of physical media that in the future. And we have now Xbox, a big brand name, the rumors are starting that Microsoft doesn't want the physical items to be sold as well because of Game Pass. That's 2 in 1 month. So why am I bringing this up? Well, I bought, you can't see it, Sunset Overdrive and Rare Replay a while ago. Compliments of my cousin. Physical copies of these 2 games that came out earlier in the Xbox community, which I didn't even get to play. Rare Replay, I was excited because I wanted to play games like, Conker's Bad Fur Day and Banjo-Kazooie, and what was the other one? Jet Force Gemini, an old game that I grew up with, that I never played. So I was actually intrigued, and to be completely honest, I was excited. And, I had my cousin, my friend, on it. But these games are useless now. Very useless to me. Because, let's face it, I'm now not going to get an Xbox. If what I literally just found out is true and whatnot, I will not be supporting the digital media. Because the work that gets put into these things is not worth me not feeling like I can actually feel it. I'm a big supporter of physical items. Hands down. Like, don't get me wrong, I will download free games on PlayStation, but I will actually go out of my way to buy them if I think they're worth it. Big AAA game. Nintendo Switch. I'm excited to get a Nintendo Switch. But if tomorrow Nintendo, and Nintendo would be the last company to do this, if tomorrow Nintendo says, hey, we are going to stop all physical items. Microsoft has been obviously pushing their all digital media down our throats as well as so much. And to be honest, it upsets me because I was excited to get an Xbox and I can't. I won't. I was excited and I just can't go against my morals of this. I will not. No, I will not. If Sony announced tomorrow that everything will 100%. And their PlayStation Now, let's face it, no. But as long as Sony and Nintendo continue to release physical media and games, like me going to the game store, I will keep supporting video games. I will keep supporting movies as long as they keep making it physically. That 49% of people who buy it physically will affect your sales, Activision. What's wrong with you? Why would you do this? You still got a lot of people on this planet that like physical media. Don't ruin this for yourself. You know, I personally am a believer in that stuff. It's hard to see an all digital world, you know, not being able. Imagine this, a utopia where you can't feel anything. Oh. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. So, it's kind of sad. I'm never going to get to play Sunset Overdrive. I'm probably... Yeah. So, I do want to say, bon voyage, Microsoft. I was considering buying your pretty expensive, beautiful box. I was highly considering it, and you know what? Money... Oh. Your actions speak louder than money. Clearly. Stop falling on me. Sorry, guys. Oh no. Oh no. It's the stream that's getting kind of bad. Alright, there you go. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to clean up now. I'm trying my best, guys. Don't judge me. Sorry, guys. It's just, I have this thing attached to my device that I'm using. There, you probably saw more than you should have. Okay. So yeah, my point is, I got myself some morals and whatnot. So, like, free to play stuff, I will support. I will actually play, but I'm not gonna go out of the way and spend microtransactions on it. Although I'm hypocritical because I've done it before, and I tell you, I stopped because it does the thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know what I was just saying because it's a thing. No, but imagine this. You go out. You want a puppy, right? It's a puppy. And then the pet store owner says, well, instead of a puppy, why don't I give you a mechanical dog instead? Oh, but you know what? No, never mind. Instead of a mechanical dog, we'll do a hologram. And better yet, you can make that hologram whatever animal you want. But you can't feel it. You know? It's like that. If an animal, you couldn't feel an animal, I'm pretty sure you would hate that feeling. Hey, anyways. Thanks for watching this live stream. Sorry, Microsoft. I literally bought 2 of your games. I got 2 of your games expecting physical items. See this? This is what I live for, being able to feel and touch it. But instead, I'm now gonna be forced to give it back to the store, and I'm probably gonna get worse. Anything. But you know what? No. You know what? Instead, I'm gonna give it to the person who I have to thank for even trying. Like, even the fact that the Xbox 360 is worth nothing now, for me, that means so much pain. Same with, you know, it's just like, it's gotten harder and harder to justify a $500 price point, let alone my smarts. So that's a thing. And I hope that, you know, don't hate me. I was excited to play Sunset Overdrive, okay? Okay? Don't judge me. I don't want to have to buy it on Amazon all the time. I want to go out. I like going out. I like going outside. You know, it's a free world out there with wonderful things. But like I said, if that also did the same thing, Nintendo did the same thing, I would lose just as much respect for them as I did. Sega stopped making consoles, made video games instead. Well, no, they did do video games, but I mean, what I mean is they stopped making consoles. So look at them. Somehow they're still thriving. How is that possible? I don't know. I don't know. You know. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe, dislike, comment. And I think it's a real shame that this is really happening. And whatnot. So that's a thing. Bye, Microsoft. And like I said, I will be doing the same thing when Sony and Nintendo do it. So, any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Yeah. Bye.